Well, welcome back to Northeast Iowa, and we're going to start our video off visiting with our little furry friends. Now, the gentleman that we have right here, this is Max, and Max just got done having a little snack, so he's looking for another one in return. And then we have little Stella, and this is Stella right here. Hey Stella, can you look up this way? There she is. And Stella has this cute little lavender sweater on with a little flower, and it's keeping her warm during these cold days yet that we've been having. So we did have a tough weekend. We had to put one of our other pets down, and any of you guys that are pet owners out there know exactly how hard a decision that is to have to put your pet to sleep. So we're trying to rebound as a family, and thank goodness we have Max and Stella here to be able to kind of get us through this tough period. But boy, it's not an easy decision. So we just kind of wanted to start off with something fun, and then we're going to add a lot of color to this video. And the color that we're going to add is some garden ceramics. Now, my wife and my daughter go to ceramic classes one night a week. Sometimes they'd like to go two, depending on their schedule. But we're going to kind of just show you some of their ceramics that they end up getting done, which I think is pretty cool because the colors are just amazing. And then as the days warm up to where it doesn't freeze anymore, we're going to go outside and put them around our yard. Of course, the house sits on an acre of land. We've got multiple flower beds that we'll be showing you guys as they start to bloom and start to come alive. But just getting that little extra color right now is kind of cool. So just right behind us here, I'm going to get up and I'm going to show you what we got going on here. This is just kind of one of Maddie's little turtles, and then she's got a little, well, I think it's an inchworm, but it looks like, to me, it's probably a little bit longer than an inchworm. And here's some of the other little styles that my daughter ends up making at these ceramic classes. So we're just going to give you a few of these, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just shut it off, and then we're going to walk out to the garden in the back of the garage there inside, and they've got a nice display of more of the garden ceramics that they ended up working on over the winter time. So we're just going to stop the video right now, and then we'll work our way back out. Okay, so here we are again. We're out in the garage here on the displays that my wife and my daughter have painted and glazed in their ceramic classes. And my daughter's going to go ahead and she's going to kind of like show you the beginning steps of what has to be done with the process of these ceramics. And then we'll just go ahead and take it from there. So Maddie, you want to go ahead and start with one of them and kind of explain to everybody what the steps are on the painting and glazing process?
So my mom made this when she was, I believe, in high school, and she made it out of clay. And clay is kind of like, I guess, like a substance that you can form stuff into, and then you can like carve it and paint it and things like that once it's all fired. So that's what this is, and all of these are made out of clay, but like for instance this is made from a mold which ceramic owners can buy and stuff, and that's how you get this type of shape. Same with this. And these are actually made out of clay just like this, free-formed. So you get clay and then you can form it into the shape of like a bowl, and then you can shape the bottom into like a stem for a mushroom. And these are made also from clay. And then you can paint them once they are all fired up. And this is a glaze, not acrylic. Acrylic is completely different than glaze. Glaze is the type you can fire and it will stay forever. Same with acrylic, but acrylic doesn't have this shininess to it. And this is also from a mold. So is this morale mushroom that I painted. And this is also a mold. My mom painted this one. My mom also did this. It's like a stepping stone. And then my mom also painted this, and she also painted this. And then I did this mushroom. This was a mold that the owner has had. I made this, and then we bought this one. And then I made this in middle school during art class. At the time I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but this also can go out in the garden. All of these can go out in the garden except for this one. And then we have these mushrooms that are stakes. They go into the ground and they look like that. And there's two different sizes. And this one's a little funky one, but yeah.
So now after you guys are all done painting and glazing, what's the next process after that one?
So she puts them into a big kiln, which is a kind of like a big microwave, and it heats up to around, I think she said like 600 degrees or something like that. Somewhere around that line for a few hours. And that's how the glaze can stick onto the ceramic.
Now, if let's just say, like for us, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put these into our flower beds. Are these waterproofed, or is there another step besides this?
So I believe there is another step. I think what she does is after we are done painting them, and we say on the card, there's a spot that says ready for outdoor use. I think she does a clear glaze on the inside. If you want to pick this up for me.
Sure.
So she goes ahead and glazes the inside.
Yeah. Yep. You can see that it's nice and shiny.
Yes.
So well, we had a mistake, and we didn't understand, I guess, as the gals were going ahead to these ceramic classes, but we had put some of them outside,
like these,
over the winter, and they weren't set up to be out there over winter because they weren't finalized in that last stage, and they end up usually they'll crack, somewhere along the way, and they just, sooner or later they just fall apart, and you just have to dispose of them. Sometimes the tops stay okay, but I think after a while that they probably will end up deteriorating also. So there's a lot of things that you can learn about the garden ceramics, and boy, I tell you, they've been doing a miraculous job. Over the holidays, they ended up painting a lot of ceramic, beautiful trees. Oh, my Christmas trees. And they are just totally amazing. So after the holidays get done with it, they swing into a different season, and they start doing things, like for spring and Easter and stuff like that. So this was a little bit maybe off course from what we usually like to do for gardening purposes, but I figured this is related, and it's kind of cool, and it's something nice to be able to share to all of you viewers, because it's pretty artistic, and it does take time to be able to put all these colors together, and it's just not like one night you go there and you do the whole works. It's this step and the next step and the next step after that. So it's a good little project over the winter, and even going into early spring, and then all of a sudden I think the owners kind of closed things down for a couple months because they like to go camping. So other than that, Maddie, you have anything to add?
So yes, also with these, you actually have to wait until they're completely dried out to be able to even put them in the kiln, and then you can glaze them, and then she puts them back in the kiln to fire and get them all glazed up.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. And if you did, and you liked the information, and you liked our visit with our little furry friends at the beginning, give us a likes up, and please subscribe, because we've got lots of other little fun things that we're going to end up sharing with you too. So in the meantime, thanks for stopping here at Northeast Iowa, and have yourself a good one. Thank you.